Welcome back to PokeFang Unpacked, where we unpack the latest news, updates, leaks, and rumors in the Pokemon TCG collecting hobby. My name is PokeFang. Welcome to the Fang Gang. Today we had an absolutely epic Pokemon Presents. We had a bunch of different things revealed. A lot of things were mostly related to video games, mobile games, things like that. But obviously this is a TCG channel, so I want to talk a little bit about what happened with the TCG announcement. And it honestly gave us a lot more than I was expecting. I thought we would maybe get a teaser for maybe one or two other artworks. They showed us a lot of the new special illustration rares that are going to be in this new Mega Evolution set that is going to be based off of the Japanese upcoming set, or a combination of the two sets, Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia, I think it's called. So those two sets should be coming together to create Mega Evolution for us. This is kicking off a brand new generation, so we're going to be getting rid of Scarlet and Violet. That's out the door at basically as of Black and White, or a Black Bolt and White Flare. That's sort of a special in-between set, and then we're going to start this Mega sort of journey here with Mega Era. I don't know what we're going to call it. It's going to be interesting, but this brand new set does come out on September 26th, 2025. I was really blown away with a lot of the artwork in this, so we're going to talk a little bit about the artwork because this is an art collecting channel. This is what we know so far about Mega Evolution. Obviously, it's coming out September 26th, 2025, like I mentioned, but we know that it's going to have 10 Mega Evolution Pokemon EX, so those are our candidates, essentially. If we're getting regular EX Pokemon in the set, that means that those are going to be our candidates for potentially getting full arts or special illustration rares later on down the line. 22 illustration rares, 22 ultra rares, and 10 special illustration rares. We've been getting spoiled a lot lately with some of the recent sets in terms of how many special illustration rares or illustration rares that we've been getting in a set. So this is a little bit less than what we've been seeing with maybe Black Bolt White Flare, which had illustration rares for basically like every Pokemon in the set. So this is going to be a little bit different, a little bit lighter, back to sort of basics. This is a base set, technically. So, excuse me, still getting over being sick. But we have some really incredible artwork that I pulled from the Pokemon website of the Mega Lucario and Mega Gardevoir EX, which look absolutely incredible. But the artwork on the actual cards for this set is looking so good. So first off, we're going to talk about the Mega Venusaur EX SIR. This card looks absolutely beautiful. And this is the English rendition, I guess, of the card that's been given to us on the internet. There is a Japanese version of this. We're going to look at that in just a few seconds. I think that one looks a little bit better, but it is worth noting this evolution line is getting illustration rares up to special illustration rare. So we are getting a Bulbasaur, and that is going to be our box topper in the Mega Evolution enhanced booster boxes. So that's a pretty cool little bonus card that you're going to get at no additional cost. I'm pretty sure it's 160, 164 is the cost of a booster box, and for the enhanced booster box, I think it's the exact same price. So you are going to get that bonus Bulbasaur. I think it is going to have a stamp on it, if I'm not mistaken, a Mega Evolution stamp on it. Last time we got a stamped promo box topper was, I think, in Journey Together, and that one actually ended up being in the set as well. So you could get it as a box topper with the stamp, and you get it in the main set without the stamp. So I think that's what we're going to see here, because we do have this rendering of the English Bulbasaur already available to us without that stamp. And then looking at the Ivysaur, obviously very consistent art style, because this is the same artist across all three of the evolution lines. Super cool. Love when they do that. They've done that with a couple of past sets, and I hope they continue to do that throughout this next generation. Another one of my favorite things is when you can actually put the cards together to create a mural or a collage, or whatever you want to call it, sort of a puzzle. Right now we have the Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. If you put them side by side in order, they actually flow from one into the other. So this is actually like one consistent artwork. You can see right here, it's little Ivysaur's little vine right here, whips around and then up and across. Love to see that type of thought go into the already incredible craftsmanship. I mean, the Mega Venusaur EX already was one of my favorites that I've seen so far. So to know that all three of these are going to be coming out in this set is super, super exciting. I do think that the Japanese way of showing us the special illustration rares is a lot better. We get to see like a lot of that detail, that etching, and some of that sparkle as well. I know that like you can see it a lot more clearly, like the artwork that's going into making the card, but the final card that you're gonna hold in your hand is gonna look a lot more like what is on the right over here. You can see that there's this little cracked ice hollow foil edge, and that's similar to what we had with sort of the Terra type EXs from the Scarlet and Violet generation. A lot of cards had that, and I actually really liked that, and I was hoping that all regular EXs would have that moving forward. They just feel a lot cheaper when you have like the regular V cards. If you remember those from Sword and Shield, just felt like sort of something that was printed out of a laser printer on some gloss photo paper. And if you're new to Pokemon and you didn't know this, the Japanese cards do typically have a finer texture on them. So the design of the texture is literally different than what is on the English version. The English version is a little bit more simplified. I would imagine that's for manufacturing purposes. It's just a lot easier to do the more simple version, but some cards look better in the English. Some cards look better in the Japanese with the more detailed texture. But now this artist has not been with the Pokemon TCG for that long. Only 11 artworks printed to the TCG so far in a single language. Debuting in Shrouded Fable, so very recently, towards the end of the Scarlet and Violet era. The first artwork that they did was actually a Galvantula in Shrouded Fable, sort of just a regular window box style card, but you might recognize them a little bit more from the Terapagos from Prismatic Evolutions, probably everyone's least favorite special illustration rare from that set, considering how many incredible Evolution special illustration rares there are in that set. I actually think this is the same Terapagos artwork that is the center of a Leonhardt controversy, but I also cherry picked this Volcarona artwork because the art style actually most closely resembles the art style that you see in the Mega Venusaur EX Evolution line. Up next, we have the Mega Lucario EX special illustration rare. This thing looks absolutely incredible. Top tier artwork right here. I love this card. As soon as I saw it, it's got this whole like kinetic anime, almost comic book style. Again, I do think that the Japanese render of this card looks a lot better. As you can see on the right-hand side, once all that texture and that sparkle and sort of glimmer sort of overlays the card, it looks a lot better. So obviously not every Pokemon is going to have a full evolution line, which is why there's a gap there between Riolu and Mega Lucario EX. We are going to be getting that Riolu as a ETB promo, I believe, for the English. So it's going to get pulled out of the set. We don't typically see the ETB promos in the actual set as well, the same way that we do with the box toppers. So I don't know if we're actually going to be able to pull that Riolu, but it is a really great artwork, and I feel like it's taking place pretty much right off screen from what's happening here with the Mega Lucario EX artwork. And also, if you look closely, there is a ton of other Pokemon in this one. You have all of the different Mega forms of that's either Latios or Latios right there. We have the Manectric, the Abomasnow. I can't tell if that's somebody else right there. We have the Mawile and the Kangaskhan. Just a ton of Mega Evolved Pokemon in this artwork. It's a really great one to just sort of sit there and look at and just dive into for a really long time. And it should come as no surprise that this artist has also done some really incredible stuff. Atsushi Furusawa has done 45 artworks so far in the TCG, debuting all the way back in Chilling Reign, which doesn't feel that long ago for me. But that's one of the first sets that I ended up collecting when I got back into Pokemon. Really incredible artworks. You have that Dragonite V, the Sleepy Dragonite artwork that everybody loves from Evolving Skies, which came out shortly after Chilling Reign. But we also have that promo Vaporeon VMAX that came with the Evolution's special collection boxes. So there was at that time we were calling them alternate arts, but we had a Vaporeon V alternate art and a VMAX alternate art as promos in that box, with I think also a jumbo of the VMAX. Incredible products. I really hope they come and bring something like that back. But those artworks were absolutely unstoppable, and the Vaporeon VMAX very quickly became my favorite out of all of them. You can see there's like the melodics in the background, really incredible, beautiful artwork, and you can see that in the Mega Lucario EX as well. Now we have an interesting one. We have Mega Gardevoir EX, and this one has an absolutely beautiful artwork, this sort of like stained glass, almost Art Nouveau, whimsical looking artwork here. This illustration is absolutely incredible. I almost didn't even notice it, but you can look really closely here. You can see that there are Curlia and Ralts cameos in the artwork as well, sort of swooshing around. Really beautiful looking artwork. Excellent choice of color palette. Everything here works. It looks absolutely stunning. I don't know if we're going to get any Curlia or Ralts illustration rares in this set. That would be cool if they were able to finish out the evolution line, because this artist did an incredible job with this Mega Gardevoir EX. Going to be a big chase card for me. All of them are going to be big chase cards for me, to be honest, so far from what I've seen. Obviously, the Japanese version does look a little bit better, but that's just the rendering. Like I said, it's just because you can see all that texturing. So the interesting thing about this artist is that they have actually not designed any cards for the TCG so far. This is a brand new artist, and I would have honestly not suspected that based on how good this artwork actually is. The artist's name is Raritan NJ, I'm assuming is how you pronounce that. It's like I said, I've never heard of them before. Unknown number of artworks because I don't know where their other art lies. But their debut in the TCG was through some accessories, some Cynthia accessories back in, I believe it was 2022 from what I could find. And there's some really incredible artworks, very promising. Makes perfect sense why they would have sort of recruited this artist into making some cards. I even brought up a closer look at this Cynthia's Garchomp artwork right here on this sleeve. So this is a sleeve artwork that you're seeing on the left-hand side here, and a deck box on the right-hand side. And those are Japanese exclusives, I believe, but absolutely stunning artwork. I would love to see that Cynthia card get put as a special illustration rare with that artwork. That's absolutely gorgeous. Raritan NJ absolutely crushed it. Looking forward to seeing some more artwork from you. We also got a look at one of my favorite Mega Evolutions, the Mega Kangaskhan EX. Beautiful coloring, beautiful composition. It feels energetic, it feels bright, it feels fun. When I think of Kangaskhan, I think of fun. I don't know why. I think just because it has that little baby Kangaskhan in its pouch. I said pocket, but pouch. And the fact that it sort of grows up with it as it becomes Mega Kangaskhan, it's really fun. Still don't understand how that little baby Kangaskhan is not its own Pokemon. It doesn't have a name as far as I've remember, or as far as I've seen. Let me know in the comments if I'm just totally having a blind spot to that. But I don't think that Pokemon that is in the Kangaskhan pouch has its own name. But I love to see how it goes from little to a little bit more grown up. It's sort of out of the pouch and doing its own thing once it becomes the mega form. But this one is from Goto Minori. I don't know how you say that name. Again, looks way better in the Japanese once you have that texturing on there. 10 artworks so far in the TCG, their debut being in Temporal Forces illustration rare style cards that you might recognize would be the Enamorous from Twilight Masquerade. I know I pulled that card a ton. That Pokemon design is always so funny to me because it reminds me of him from Powerpuff Girls. No, is it Powerpuff Girls? Yes, I think it's the villain from Powerpuff Girls. Always reminds me of him. Also, the Panseer here looks awesome from White Flare, which I have not opened yet at all. I don't know when this video is going to come out, but I still have not found any Black Bolts and White Flare in any stores or any local gaming stores or anything like that. And I'm not paying $10 a pack or $100 for an ETB. That's absolutely ridiculous. But beautiful artwork all around. I honestly think out of the ones that I've seen so far, this is the pinnacle of Goto Minori's artwork with the Mega Kangaskhan EX. As far as the rest of the special illustration rares and big chase cards that we're going to be seeing in this set, right now we are starting to build here on Unpacked what we always do, a case study for what could potentially be in the set coming up. And now we know that there's going to be 10 Mega Evolution Pokemon EX. That's going to translate into our special illustration rares. Not every single one of them is going to get a special illustration rare. Some of those are going to be trainers. And so far, we already know what a good amount of those 10 actually are. Mega Latias EX has also been revealed, but we haven't seen any other artworks in terms of like full art ultra rares or special illustration rares just yet. Some leaks have come out of, I guess, screenshots of people opening packs in Japan. But we have the Mega Camerupt, Mega Absol EX, which is really, really cool looking card. And then we have the Mega Mawile EX with only 2 cards missing so far. And I think they're going to be coming in Mega Symphonia. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled for that. So we know of those cards, of those Pokemon, which could potentially be a special illustration rare chase card. Personally, I would love to get a Mega Absol EX special illustration rare going. That would be absolutely incredible. I do want to mention that also during the Pokemon Presents, we got some ZA news. We have got a new reveal of a brand new Mega Pokemon, and that is going to be, of course, Dragonite, the Mega Dragonite that we should hopefully be seeing in the TCG get printed. Brand new form for Dragonite. We have not seen a Mega Dragonite previously. I think there was 48 total Mega Pokemon, which leaves a lot of Pokemon that could still get Mega typings and get added to this Mega Evolution generation, which I really hope happens. A lot of people seem like they're split already from what I've seen. It does remind me a little bit too much of the Stellar Terra typing and just the Terra typing in general, terastallized Pokemon with the big crowns. I think it's a little too soon for them to do something along those lines. But yeah, brand new Mega Pokemon just been added. So now there are 49 total, I believe. Allegedly, we're going to be getting 26 new ones in Legends ZA when that comes out for Switch or Switch 2. And hopefully we're going to see a lot of those Pokemon throughout the Mega Evolution era get added into the TCG. So lots of really exciting stuff coming up. There have been some leaked images. I'm going to talk about those in an upcoming video as well. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. This took me about 4 hours to put this presentation together, so feel free to leave a like. It's completely free, and I really, really appreciate it. Otherwise, thanks for getting unpacked with me, and I'll catch you in the next one, Fan Gang. Peace.